Hello and welcome to On Air. I'm your host, Tiandra Tatum. We're here today with stand-up comedian, actress, producer, Miss Allison Moore. How are you today, Miss Moore?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Yay.
So when did you decide that you wanted to be an entertainer?
Well, I knew I wanted to be an entertainer since I was a little girl. I would look at TV and I'm like, I could do that. I should be in that movie. Or I should be on Disney. I kind of grew out of it as I got older, and then I was always still comfortable like talking in front of people. I was never afraid of an audience, and so I was hosting an event, and someone said to me then, like, you should be a comedian, and I'm like, can I get paid? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, oh, for real? And that's kind of how it started.
So what was it like performing stand-up comedy on purpose?
Petrifying. Petrifying. Like, I had like 16 anxiety attacks. I'm like, oh man. Because when I was be funny, it just happened out of conversation and people like, oh my God, you are so funny. But when I got paid and I had to stand there and they're like, okay, yeah, make us laugh. I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. So that first time was definitely very scary.
So how did you calm yourself down with doing this?
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, because I still get nervous, even though, so now I have like material, I'll write my jokes and I'll know what I'm going to say a lot of times. But every audience is different. So it's like meeting new people every night, every time is different. And so I'm still nervous. I just learned how to just manage the nerves. Just keep going through it. If that means I gotta move a little bit or wiggle some so people can't see me tapping or ticking, then I'll do that. And it does get easier if you get more confident in your material. But I don't think I've gotten over yet having those nerves and anxiety before performing.
So you said that there's different audiences. What types of different comedy do you perform?
Well, I'm a clean comedian, so I don't use any profanity or vulgarity in my comedy. The venues that I'll perform at with is probably, I do a lot of corporate comedy, so that's kind of like, let's say Christmas parties at a company's, or at an organization for like their employees. I'll do a lot of churches. I do comedy clubs, so those are the venues, or private events, like birthday parties. I think I just got booked the other day for someone's like a huge retirement party in September. So, those kinds of things. The comedy opens me up to a lot of opportunity because I don't curse.
So what is your favorite event to perform at?
I like comedy clubs because they know they're coming for comedy. Sometimes when you do other events, it's like, what she said? What they doing? Why we here? And you have to program someone's mind. But if you know you're going for let's say you're going to the movies and you're going to see a scary movie, you know you're going to be scared. So you're prepared to be scared. When people come to a comedy club, they're prepared to laugh. Other audiences sometimes, especially if they don't know that this is happening, then it takes a little bit longer to get them focused. So I would say comedy club. And then I like churches too because they have a fun sense of humor too. But you know what? My favorite is the ones that I get paid. That's my favorite.
So you started with comedy first. How did acting come about?
So I've developed this mindset, don't wait to get booked, book yourself. So I try to find how many ways can I put myself in front of audiences so that they'll know more about me. And I thought about doing this web series called Miss Deal. And then on that, I was going to act as this comedian or as this accountant who started to perform stand-up comedy. And so that's kind of how I started with acting. And then from there, I got booked in. I was recently booked to do a feature film. It's coming out in December. It's called Black Kids, White Mama. It's a comedy. And my character's name is Shanita Shaquita, and I'm the hairdresser. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'll give you the details.
Well, we have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for more from Miss Allison.
I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Wait, Allison! Allison! Come on! Where'd you go? Oh my God.
Strategies to avoid abduction. Never leave kids alone. Set boundaries and curfews. And talk about stranger danger.
Music and fine arts provide enriching experiences. They teach students that there can be more than one solution to a problem, more than one right answer, that mistakes are learning experiences, and present an opportunity to be creative and flexible. The arts encourage persistence and dedication. They require sustained concentration, personal reflection involving critical analysis, and self-adjustment to reach desired goals. These are essential 21st century skills. Skills recognized as important to productive career and citizen success. Each student deserves and benefits from an arts-rich education.
Welcome back to On Air. I'm Tiandra Tatum here with Miss Allison Moore. So you spoke about Miss Deal. We're going to look at a trailer for that. Oh, cool.
Oh, look, what? You messed up again.
Misdeal, an incorrect distribution of cards. Or, in adulting term, when life messes up while dealing your hand. The story of my life. Misdeals mean that you have to start all over. And this especially sucks if you had a good hand.
Like me.
So we just seen the trailer for Miss Deal. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, so as you saw, it's about coworkers who play cards during lunch. And my character's name is Allison, go figure. And she's the main character, and so you see she has this personality that's very much the peacemaker. She just really wants to keep all the family together, and she has all of these coworkers with these larger than life personalities. And so they really overshadow her most of the time, and she's kind of okay with that. And then in the premiere, the first episode, she gets bullied, so to speak, to perform stand-up comedy, to which she does and actually does very well. She feels like, oh, this is where I get to be myself. This is where I can say things. People are actually listening to me. And then the rest of the season is about her pursuing comedy. And with all of these, like I said, other lives going on with her friends. So she has, you saw the character who's a social media catfish. Like everything she puts on social media is absolutely opposite of her real life. Like she'll take pictures of something, let's say, for example, cup noodles, and then she uploads fancy pasta. I mean, she's like that petty. And then you have, well, she's married to this guy who's hideous looking, but in her mind, he is super fine. So that's really funny because the audience sees like this dude, they're like, ugh. And she's like, that's my bub. He's so fine. So that's fun. You have the custodian who is super smart. She's like always rattling off these facts. People are like, how do you know that? And one character, she drives and she can't see, so she's hitting everything. So it's like that kind of comedy, just fun, light, smart comedy that you'll see throughout the season.
So you're the executive producer. So
Yes.
What exactly do you do?
Everything. Everything. So not really though, because I got a great team that helps out a lot. So as executive producer, I wrote it. I came up with the concept, and then I put it together, and then just try to find people to make it come to life, so to speak. So I did like a lot of the fundraising to pay for the production, hired the actors, and by hired I mean begged them to help me out. This is our first project, and so this was a free project for them, which they're just like, So I try to feed them McDonald's and stuff. And then let me see what else. I got a director, got a DP, got everybody together. And so the executive producer part is kind of the leadership role that goes into making it happen.
So how can we watch Miss Deal?
Ooh, so you can watch it I'll be airing it on Facebook and YouTube, and feel free to make it go viral so that we can get on the network and we can say, we all from Virginia, right? You can watch it on Facebook and YouTube. The season premiere is May 4th, so that's Friday, May 4th, which is actually my birthday. Yay!
Happy birthday.
I'm turning 22 plus. A lot. And so I'm really excited about that, and just kind of following online. We have a website, Miss Deal Comedy Series. So Miss Deal, the concept is off the cards, because some people like, so Mrs. Deal? Like, no, not a person's name, but MISDEAL, Miss Deal. And then Miss Deal Comedy Series is where you can find it on YouTube, on Facebook, and on our website.
Okay. What advice do you have for aspiring entertainers or content creators?
So for aspiring entertainers and content creators, you kind of just gotta just take a chance on yourself. Sometimes it can be very intimidating, especially when you're putting your own thoughts and your own ideas and creativities out. You're not really sure if other people are gonna like it. And so I always encourage people to just take a chance. It's somebody just as weird as you who's gonna like what you put out, and it's all about finding that audience that loves that. I also suggest that entertainers and content creators work with other people. Like, go and support someone else's project, because there's a lot of value in learning from them, and also showing yourself as someone who's willing to help, even on some of like the lower levels, if it's non-paid or you don't get as much. Sometimes I'll meet new entertainers, new comedians, new producers who they start in the beginning and they want to make $1 million day one. It's like, that's not how this works. You have to work, not just like a hazing process, so to speak, but more so that you can really understand what it is that you're looking for, your potential, what you can get, and build those relationships. So like if I work on your project, you're that much more prone to help me later. No, that's not the right way. How do I say that? If I work on your project, you will probably help me later. Yeah, that is right. Thank you. This is why I got into comedy, because some other things don't really work out for me.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Ms. Allison Moore, by stopping by and telling us more about your upcoming projects. I'm Tiandra Tatum saying see you next time on air.